Welcome to Raining Blue White. I'm your host, Robert. This is the place where we talk about college football and Penn State football and college football in general. Our main goal here is to cut the bull and be as lean and mean as a pro-style offense and as versatile as a pro-style offense. Never mind. Let's get rolling. We're going to be doing a rundown of yesterday's game. This is not going to be normal. This is the reason why I'm starting to hiccup off on my opening. Let's get into the first game. Let's see. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, we're going to just get into the Oklahoma-Texas game first. Well, this was a very interesting game. Very interesting for Oklahoma. Even though my puppy's now snoring because she's upset because Texas lost, which the score was a 34-30 beatdown with a 4-point spread, which I won on that one. But first half, what the hell went gone wrong with this? What the hell? It seemed like you were playing a game of who's going to take the lead with this. It was like so many crazy plays going on. They were pulling out everything out of the freaking playbook, like, what we're going to do, what we're going to do. And it's like, come on. I know it's a rivalry game, but you don't have to be digging through a bag trying to find a freaking play that you can pull off knock the defense off guard. My God. Okay. Plus, also to go hand in hand with that one was my wild card game, Maryland versus Ohio State. The Ohio State, I should say, which that ended in a 37-17. Which I said it was going to be a 3 to 20 point spread. Ohio State, thank you. You actually hit the top of my range with a 3 to 20. You hit the 20. I was like, well, I've been looking at how they've beaten teams. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get it the top at 20 and the low because of the Notre Dame game at 3. I don't know how good Maryland was going to be. Well, Maryland ended up finding out they were looking good at the beginning of the game. When I was looking at just following the score, and I guess the wheels fell off on them. Okay, now game number 2, which was the Virginia Tech Florida State game. Florida State, come on! It's like that one was either I can't win or lose with you guys. I can't win at all with you because. Before, you couldn't score enough. This time, you scored over. Because this one, I said, 2 to 21 point spread, and you scored 22 points. I'm like, come on. With a 17 to 39 victory. Congratulations, Florida State. But I'm like, what the fuck? Dudes, come on. You're killing me here. Like the old saying from the Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Well, in my case, I should be saying, you're killing me, Florida State. You're killing me. You're killing me, Florida State. Let's go into the next game. Oh, this one's a goodie. Wait, Alabama. Oh, yeah, this is – I went a little too far down. Okay, Alabama and Texas A&M. Alabama, you guys give me a headache, literally. You give me a headache with the spread predictions. I said a 10 to 24 point spread, and you end up only winning by 6 points, which the score was 26 to 20. It's like, this is the reason why I hate giving spreads. But I'm like, there's not enough games that I really tickle my fancy in the rest of the college football, so I have to throw an SEC team. And this is the reason why I don't like doing SEC teams. They are so out, like you can't even, they don't even plot on a chart right. They're like this. They're like 1 week you're like this. Okay, I think they'll never go any higher. Then they go, what the hell? Man, come on, Alabama. Let's be a little bit more consistent on your winning. Or plus also you never know if your offense is going to be going up or down on it too. Okay, let's get into another one. This one was a very interesting another interesting game. This one was actually a back and forth game almost, which was, of course, Colorado versus Arizona State. First half, I would say almost pretty much Arizona State. first half. It was like this is like two halves, a game of two halves. It was like first half, okay, Arizona State's boom, 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 boom. Then second half comes in. Then it's like, what the fuck? How the defensive Colorado woke up. It's like, where the hell did this come from? I'm watching the game. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Colorado, you should have been playing that way in the first half. You could have noticed that in the first quarter and started doing that, and you could have ended up winning a little bit bigger. Which in their case, they won that game. Congratulations, Colorado, 27-24, which was a 3-point spread, which covered. Which by this point right there at the Colorado game, I was 2-2 already. Now let's get into also the Purdue-Iowa game, which this one, it was a ridiculous one I threw out there, which ended up backfiring on me, but I said a 7-30 point spread, and it was a 6-point spread, which was a 14-20 game. I was not expecting to be that close. I thought it would be a little bit higher, but oh well. Let's get into the last two games. And it's Michigan versus Minnesota. This one, I don't know. Minnesota, big question. Did you bring your lunch pail or you just brought a jackhammer? Because Minnesota looked like they came and played from the highlights I saw from the games I was watching at the moment. I'm like, I guess Minnesota was like, okay, we'll give them a good fight. And then they realized, oh, no, they couldn't fight. Literally, Michigan gave them a 42-point thumping spread. That was 42 points, but they scored 52-10. I'm like, Minnesota, you have to learn. You're gonna have to wake up when some of these teams are gonna. This is what's gonna happen to you. Literally, Minnesota, you're gonna have to wake up. Time to wake up. Wakey, wakey. Fresh eggs and bakey on that one. But let's get into the last game. This one I got some entertainment. Even though I watched the end of it, I'm like, oh boy. And that is the Notre Dame Louisville game. And actually, a little tidbit with Louisville. I actually spent about 3 months in Louisville for my basic training at Fort Knox, which is south of Louisville. But I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. Started seeing it. I'm like, almost near in the fourth quarter, which I saw the fourth quarter. I'm like, oh, come on. I'm actually cheering Notre Dame just to cover. Come on, Notre Dame, just cover. And, of course, they cover it. And that was a 13-point spread, which was 20-33 score. So I said a 3-14 point spread, which gave me a victory, which before the wild card game is counted in. I was 3-3 again, but since there's a wild card, I can remove one of the losses. So that one loss is removed. It moves me to a 4 and 2 record this week. And lifetime, counting all the wins I have, for the whole year right now, I am at 15-10 record right now. While wild card games, I've won 3 wild card games, and I'm 3-1 on wild card games. So for 2 weeks, 3-1, that's not bad for wild card games. Next week is going to be quite interesting because we're starting off real fun. Because conference schedule, let's see. I'm going to look at the schedule I have set up for my week 7. I'm just going to rattle off. I have one, let's see here, one Big Ten game, one Pac game, one that's a rivalry game, which is USC and Notre Dame, which look out for that one. One ACC, one SEC, two SEC games. I'm not mentioning, the only one I mentioned is the rivalry game against USC and Notre Dame. That is going to be quite fun. Maybe I can get some more ripping in for Notre Dame on this. But in this case with Notre Dame, I'm just, come on, just cover at least for me. Cover. That's all I usually curse at seems like a couple weeks ago, I was cursing freaking BYU and freaking UCLA just to cover their opponents. I don't care BYU still loses to Kansas. I don't care that Utah is going to beat the living dog shit out of you. Just cover. This is the funny thing when you're doing spread predictions. You're actually cheering teams you do not want to cheer for, but you're cheering for them just to cover. Well, let's get this done. Like, subscribe, comment. Any ideas for other games in the next couple weeks? Let's see if we can get some more interesting games instead of just me picking them out. Let's see if we can get people's choice vote in. And make sure you like, subscribe. We are Penn State. And for you guys to lock and load.